our lesson for today is about the question words. The question words are words to help me to ask a question, but there are many words, not one, so I have to choose one from them. I will choose depending on the answer of the question. For example, if I have a sentence that says, Mom is cooking dinner. And I want to ask a question about dinner. What am I going to do? I'm going to use what? What? What is Mom cooking? And at the end I'm going to put a question mark because it's a question. I use the question word with question mark. So if there's a question word, I have to see a question mark at the end. So here it means that I use what to ask about things because dinner is things. So here I'm going to use what with things. If it's not about dinner, I cannot see Mom and I don't know what is she doing. What am I going to do? How am I going to ask the question? Now, the cooking dinner, I'm not going to use it because it's the answer and I'm going to remove it from the question. What am I going to ask with? I'm going to use what? Now here I don't have the verb. Here I have is Mom cooking. But now I have is Mom cooking is a verb. Verb is something to do. So I'm going to use do and ing because the verb is in the present continuous. Now, I asked here about what? I asked about the action. So I use what, question word what, for to ask about things or ask about actions. Okay, next question word. I have this sentence that says, I am at the club. And someone is asking me here, I'm at the club. At the club is a place. So he wants to see where my place. So I'm going to use where. And because I am in the question form, I am will be are you. So I use the question word where to ask about the place. Okay. Next question word has two things. Farha, bed, goes to the club on Mondays. At 8 o'clock. And full stop. Here I want to know on Mondays. I want to ask about on Mondays. Ben goes to the club an action? Is it a place? No, it's what? It's the time. So for the time, I'm going to use the question word when. When does Ben go to the club? And at the end, I'm going to put the question mark. But here, if I'm going to underline the word at the part at 8 o'clock, it's not only time, it's specific time. For specific time, if I see the word o'clock, I'm going to use what time. And I'm going to put the rest of the question and at the end, question mark. So when is for general time, months, weeks, years, any general time, long periods of time, even day, today, tonight, but for specific time on, you can see on your watch, on the clock, I'm going to use what time. So what time I'm going to put the clock. Okay, so this is for what and where and when and what time. The next question word, you know it since forever. It's why. You all know when I ask with why, I answer with because or to. Like, why do you go to the club? To get fit. Why do you eat fruit or vegetables? Because it's healthy. So when I ask with why, I answer with because or to. So basically, I'm asking about the reason. Why? Now, the next one, if I have Sam is eating, and I want to ask about Sam. You already know that if I want to ask about a person, I use the question word who. Now with who, I will most of the time put the rest of the sentence as it is, and at the end I'm going to put a question mark. Sam is eating, so the question is going to be who is eating. So here I'm going to ask about the person or people. Did you notice that in all the question words, after them I put the verb, what I put is. And here is after where I put are, after when I will put does, and what time I put does, and so on, and who is. After the question word I put the verb. But these two question words, I am not going to put the verb. I have Tom is reading Billy's book. So here, if I want to ask about Billy's, Billy is a person, but it's a person that has a apostrophe s, the possessive s. When I see the possessive s, I am not going to use who, I'm going to use whose. And after whose, as we said, I put the noun. So the noun here is going to be what? Book. Whose book? Now, what am I going to do here? I'm going to do the crisscross as the question form in the present continuous. So whose book is Tom reading? So after whose, I'm going to put the noun. When I use whose, I'm going to put the noun. Okay, there is another question word that after it I put the noun, which will be which. After it, I'm going to put the noun. For example, if I add the sentence, Dan is driving a red car. And full stop. And the question is going to be about red. Dan is driving a red car. Now, red here, how am I going to ask about it? I'm going to use which, because which is going, you're asking about choice or option. So which, after which comes the noun, which car, and I'm going to do the crisscross. So which car is Dan driving? And question mark, of course. So here I have the question word. What to ask about things or actions. Where to ask about the place. When to ask about time, general time. But if I have specific time, I'm going to use what time. Who to ask about the people, and when I use who, I put the rest of the sentence as it is. And why, I'm going to use it to ask about the reason. And the answer will be because or to. And here I have whose. When I see that the person here has the apostrophe S, I'm going to use whose. And after whose, I'm going to put the noun. The same. Which, I'm going to ask about the choice. Which one? After which, I'm going to put the noun.